Wow. So we have the presence of Pan India. One minute. Please maintain your mics on a mute so that we can have interactive sessions. Whoever is not speaking, you can please maintain the silence.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
I'm
sir.
from Mumbai.
So,
Good evening, sir. I am from Vijayanagaram, Andhra Pradesh.
welcome.
Hello,
Good
sir. Hello, sir. I'm Abhishek. I'm from Warangal.
Wow.
Good evening, sir. I'm from Bangalore.
Good evening, sir. This is
Good
Devasis
evening,
from
sir. Sandeep
Ahmedabad.
Patil from Kolhapur.
Good evening, sir. This is Varun from Baroda.
Good evening,
This
sir.
is Vikas from Ahmedabad.
From Navi Mumbai.
During question and answers, we will get to know each other. Okay. So just write the situation. That is enough so that we can understand the presence.
Good evening, sir. This
Good
is
evening,
Paras from Delhi.
Okay, welcome.
Sir, Mumbai.
Mumbai,
Good evening, sir. This is Sandeep from Kolhapur.
Kolhapur. Shantanu, you have
Hi,
to join
sir.
with the audio.
Hi, sir. Archana from Bangalore.
Hi, good evening, sir. I'm Namat from Lucknow.
Good evening, sir. I'm Keval from Thane.
Keval Thane. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening,
This
sir.
is
I'm
Srinivas.
Anand from Bangalore.
Patna, Bihar.
This is Srinivas Rao from Bangalore.
Srinivas from Bangalore.
Good evening,
This is
sir.
Mohit
This is Vaibhav
from-
Sehgal from Gurgaon.
Rajesh from Pune.
Welcome.
Sir, Satish Suresh from Yanam, sir.
Yanam.
Good evening, sir. This is Devasis from Ahmedabad.
This is Karthik Prakash from Bangalore, sir.
Good evening, sir. This is Vijay Kumar from
Vishal
Hyderabad.
Jagi.
Very good.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. This is Bharati Shiva from Chennai.
Bharati from Chennai.
Good evening, sir. Anil from Udaipur, Rajasthan.
Jaipur. Welcome.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. I am Satish Chandri from Coimbatore.
Coimbatore.
This is Arun from Hyderabad.
Arun from Hyderabad.
Good evening, sir. Abdul here from Hyderabad.
Hi, Abdul
Good evening, sir. This is Jonathan from Bangalore.
from Bangalore.
Good evening, sir. This is Harsha from Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Sanjay from Pune.
Hi.
Good evening. This is Mohit from Delhi.
Welcome.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Hemant from Jaipur.
Jaipur.
Good evening, sir. This is Gregory from Cochin.
Hi, good evening. This is Shivam from Chennai.
Shivam. Welcome.
Good evening. This is Pranav from Pune.
Pune. Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, sir.
Rajesh
from Mumbai.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir. Gaurav from Patna.
Gaurav, welcome.
Good evening, sir. Manoj from Rajkot.
Good evening, sir. It's Vinay from Lucknow.
Very good.
from Kerala.
Okay. Welcome.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Srinivasan from Chennai.
Right. Welcome.
Good evening, sir. This is Mohan from Bangalore.
Mohan
Good
from-
evening, sir. I think some of the members are unable to join.
Oh, so our team is taking care.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll again paste the link. You can paste it.
Yeah, that I've done already.
So
Good evening, sir. This is Anand from Patna.
from Patna. Nice.
Good evening, sir. This is Shilpa from Chennai, sir.
Nice.
Sandeep from Mumbai.
Good evening, sir. This is Uma from Vizag.
Maheshwari. Nice.
Good evening, sir. Chandra from West Godavari.
Chandra from West Godavari.
Good evening, sir. This is Vaibhav from Gurgaon.
Vaibhavji, welcome.
Good evening, sir. This is Mayank from Purulia,
Kalulia, where is it?
West Bengal.
Bengal.
Purulia.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir. Rajesh from Mumbai.
Jayji, welcome.
Thank you,
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. I'm
Chennai.
from Mumbai, Jyoti.
Jyoti from Mumbai. Mumbai.
So, Dharmendra from Pune.
Dharmendra from Pune. Dharmendra Singh. Nice, sir.
Avinash from Bangalore.
Avinash, welcome, Avinash.
I am Manoj from Hyderabad.
From Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Good evening, sir. Naveen from Tamil Nadu, Tirupur.
Naveen. Very good.
Good evening, sir. This is Dinesh from Namakkal, Tamil Nadu.
Namakkal.
Good evening, sir. So this is Nikitesh Shetty from Pune.
From Pune. Nice.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Harshavardhan from Latur.
Latur, Maharashtra.
Yes.
Nice.
Good evening, sir.
Vishwa from Chennai.
Chennai.
Good evening, sir. Shubham Agrawal from Hathras.
Hathras, UP. Famous for handlooms.
Good evening.
Yes.
Nagaraj Kulkarni from Hospet, Karnataka.
Welcome, Nagaraj.
Hello, sir. This is Mridula from Bangalore.
Abdullah from Bangalore. Nice. Nice, man.
Good evening, sir. Hussain this side from Gurgaon.
Nice.
Good evening, sir. This is Harshad from Nasik.
Okay. Thank you very much for your introduction. See, we have formed a group for you. Please mute your mics. The first
Hello. Good evening, sir. This is Sanish Kumar from Chennai.
Yeah, Sandesh.
Good evening, sir. This is Shah from Hyderabad.
Okay. Can you maintain the mute? Can you mute everyone? I muted everyone. Thanks for introduction. I'll take Madam Shubhashri. I'll take you later. See the rule number 1. When the mics are open, please maintain that there should not be any disturbance from your side. I wanted your cooperation for this. Number 1. And we have formed a group. If anybody has not received the group link to join the WhatsApp group, please mention your name. Our team will send you the link so that you will be in the group for group communication. This group is formed mainly for the networking of your business activities. Please maintain as a business community. This is going to be the business exchange platform, not for simply passing of the good morning, good nights, no good mornings. Related to the business or related to the export import news only, we will be talking about it. Okay. And what I wanted to request you is, after the program, you write your name, from which place we are, which business you are into. You make your self-introduction in the group so that others will also know. Apart from this, we are also going to make one Excel sheet wherein we are getting all the details from you. And at the end of the program, we are going to give you the same sheet, who are all the people in this group, what they do or what business they are into. So that you need not make your own groups. Don't make a combination. Okay, let us make a group, this and that. No need of making any groups. We are going to feed you the information, who are all the members, what they are dealing. Because in the same group, your prospect may be there. Maybe you may be requiring his product, or others may require your product. So this is going to work like an exchange of information. Okay. Then, yes, still many people are yet to join. But before that, I wanted to take a small poll.
Sir, Raja here from the support team. Is the poll about I am a manufacturer come exporter? Is that the poll, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, launching the poll, sir.
Are you able to just, yeah, launch it? Are you able to see the poll on the screen? One is, are you a manufacturer or manufacturer come exporter? If you are a manufacturer giving it to third party, or if you are a manufacturer directly exporting, merchant exporter, trading in domestic only, right now, your present status I want. I'm an employee, wants to start. There can be one more category. Just started export and wants to grow. And a fresher from different businesses. You may be doing some other business, but you are a fresher. And retired are students. This is going to be the, just select whichever you belongs to, any one category. Rather, poll is working.
Sir,
Are
I'm launching the poll. Like, it's only as a gray tab, sir. It might be necessary that you have to launch it, sir. As a co-host, I'm not able to.
Okay, 1 minute. I'll relaunch then. Can you see the poll on the screen? Are you able to see? Yes or no? Just show your thumbs up. Are you able to see? Good. Okay. Some technical snack. Let us go ahead with the activity. Once everybody joins, I'll take a poll separately. So today's agenda. I'm going to share you the agenda of the program today. This is going to be the agenda you will be receiving, or our team might have already shared with you. This is the 6 days program. I'll explain what we are going to do, and you should also know what the next class is. So first, we are going to talk about the introduction and critical aspects to float a company. Then second session, we'll be talking about the market research of your product. So everybody has something in mind is I want to do this. So in this session, we are going to second session, we are going to find out the potential market for your products. So that is going to be the market research and what are the various sources available for this. I'm going to discuss today these 2 sessions. Session daily start from 7 till 8:30. 1 hour is 1 hour 10 minutes will be the session. 20-30 minutes will be the question and answers. So during the session, whenever I'm asking you any reaction, you just react. Then if any doubt, please make a note. At the end of the session, we are having 20 to 30 minutes for question and answers. All your doubts will be clarified. Then second day, we are inviting one of the officials from the government department, that is called FIEO, to talk about various government schemes, preferential trade, free trade agreements, and what are the government steps to improve the exports. This is going to be the first session tomorrow. And second session, I'll be talking about what are the various sources for the buyers. I told you 15 plus sources. So I'm going to talk about 20 plus sources in the second session of tomorrow. Third session, we are inviting a banker to talk about what kind of payment systems are existing in the business presently and what you should do and what are the different payments. In this, what is pre-shipment, what is post-shipment finances, hedging and risk management, like dollar fluctuation. People are affected by dollar fluctuation. So how to mitigate the risk, that will be covering here. Then Understanding commercial terms. What are the total 11 terminologies? What are those terminologies? How to apply? And if somebody asks you the pricing, how to work on the pricing? If you are importer, how to work on the import, getting the things to India and working on the import duties, plus till it goes to your home, what is going to be the cost of the product? That we will be discussing. And fourth day, we are inviting one of the official from ECGC. See, ECGC agency, I told you, this is a risk mitigation agency for exporters. So he's a retired DGM. He has seen so many cases of the risks. Though we talk about only the payment risk, what are the various payment risks, at what different stages this may arise? So that we are going to have a special session on this for risk management, both physical as well as monetary. Then fourth day, I'll be talking about how to make use of the technology, especially social media, to improve your business. In this, I'll be talking about various special tools which I have shown you during the demo. Then fifth day, first session will be, I'll be talking about doing small business opportunities, including couriers and e-commerce. How to promote your business globally, local as well as global, both how to make use of the different platforms. I'll be discussing, because there are many people who wanted to do small. We have all the categories in this program, but this is also one segment for especially for small items. Then what are the documentation process? What are the different important documents are to be prepared? And who is the issuing authority? What is the specialty of that? If there are any special documents are required, how to make it? What are the different schemes of the government in export and import? We'll be discussing in this. Last day, I'm inviting a custom house agent, custom broker. He is a person who is taking care of your material right from your godown to till it reaches to the buyer, or wherever as per the buyer requirement, you will be taking the goods, clearing your goods. You need not worry about how my goods are going to be transported from your godown to buyer place, wherever you want. Last, I am going to connect all the dots which we are discussing this, and we'll be sharing some of the practical experiences. And last day, we are talking about how to work as a mediator between buyer and seller. I told you, even you can do the business without money also. Then what are the steps involved? How to mitigate risk in dealing this kind of activities, and what kind of agreements are to be done. This will be discussing along with some success stories. This is going to be the agenda. You will be getting a sheet to your WhatsApp group also. Our team will be pasting this. This is going to be the agenda. And one more thing, daily recording will be shared. Next day morning by 8 o'clock, it will be in your mailbox. Okay. If you are not receiving any mail or any communication, please write to our team. I'll be giving you the 2 numbers. There are 2 numbers in this. Any of the number you can respond it. Because if you are writing something in the group, what will happen? We may not be able to go through the individual details. If somebody says I have not received, immediately they will say I also not received. I also not received. We may not be able to go through the individual messages. So request is to write to 99120. There will be 99 both the starting and ending. Just for remembrance, you can reach to that number 99120 45099. So starting and ending there will be 99. Please remember, you can reach to that number. Your issue will be resolved. Okay, or you can call us to resolve the issue. Okay, once again, I welcome everyone for this program. Thank you very much for your cooperation in maintaining the silence. So let us go to the subject. Okay, this session, as I told you, we are going to discuss from the 0 level. There are many people who may be having a companies. How many of you are having a companies here? Just show thumbs up only. I don't want the names. Just show thumbs up here. I can recognize you. Very good. See, there is an indication on the screens. If you can make use of the technology, so it will prominently appears here. Okay. But still many are to make a new companies. Okay. Thank you. So this session for the people who have already started the companies, they'll be overlapping, but names also very important. Some people they say, sir, my company is a technology company, can I start a business? Now we'll understand some of the namings also we are going to discuss in this. Because naming is also very, very important. So let us start with the company snapshot. When it comes to the exports? Why can't you do the local business? As you are aware, we are always fighting within the district or within the state or within the India only. So limited. And you are also feeling a competition. Both competitioners are happy. Threat at home. Anytime technology may change, our preferences may change. Some policies also may change. That is also. And if you are making a seasonal products, for example, you are making a sweater for winter season. What is the market for that? Only 3 months. Then what are you going to do next month after the season? So we have a solution for all these. We have a solution in the international market. One is we are reaching to the whole globe, adding additional markets. And as a manufacturer, we are also proudly feeling, yes, we have international presence. If you ask someone who is a local manufacturer, what he will say? We are manufacturers of this product. But if you are an exporter, then you will say we are exporters of this product. So the wordings will change it. Then offset of the seasonal products. As we study, globe is rotating, the seasons also rotating. Suppose winter is over here, the winter will also go to the next region. So that way, 365 days season is rotating around the globe. That is where, for the seasonal products, if you are focusing on international markets, then expanding your reach. Yes, you can expand your reach. Ultimately, the entering and export is to make a quantum leap of your business. Now, are you ready with the product? You may say yes, but there are certain products which is not directly accepted. And my advice is not to go with a base product, like a raw product. For example, onion hai. If you are starting with the onion, everybody is selling onion, you are also selling onion. There is no difference in this. We are one more competitor. But think of something. I am just giving an example of onion. What our product you are thinking? Think of something new. What I can do in a different way. How I can be a niche product in the particular line. If your thought process is like this, definitely you can make good money in this. Why can't you make onion powder, onion paste, onion flakes, onion rings, onion flakes, dehydrated onion, again, even minced powders, different variants of rose and white. This is where you can get a good profit, not in any regular products. This is example for all the products. It can be any product. Whatever you are thinking, think of out of the box. What I can do in the next level. Even fried onions. Even this is also locally used. Off fried, and they are keeping just a sprinkle on the food item. Though it may be taking from the freezer, but when it comes to your table during the serving, in the hot, it will become like as if they are fried fresh. Even the further refined products. This is where concentrate on what is that I can do next level of the business. For example, aloo. What is the rate of aloo? Suppose you are purchasing 53 grams of Lay's packet, we are paying 20 rupees. What is the cost? Then 99 rupees Pringle, 100 grams, 99 rupees. That means per gram we are paying 1 rupee. 1 kilo Pringles, 1000 rupees. What is the aloo cost? What is the value addition here? Only they are processing in a advanced technology and they are packing it. Lay's also same thing. So this is the difference of value addition. This is called value addition, or making a different product out of the same product. This is where the business profits lies. Even for example, designer sarees, this is also same technique. Base saree maybe 1000 rupees, not even 1000 rupees. But when it comes to the bridal sarees, it goes into lakhs. So this is where we have to concentrate the business. Now, coming to the starting of a company, what are the steps involved? How to go about? So some of you maybe might have crossed all these steps. For example, those who have already started, they might have come to up to 4th level if they are not into exports. Up to 4th level. Then those who are already doing exports are already having export license, they have come to up to 5th level. So next, these are the steps involved, which we'll be discussing one by one. Let us talk about name selection for the new entrants in this. Name selection may, it should be short and sweet. Don't go for a lengthy names. Veera Venkata Satyan Narayana Murthy exports and imports. That will not fit into your export business. See, I am not against the God, but the name should be simple. Our buyers cannot read your full name. Even our own names cannot pronounce. If you are become Venkateswarlu, you will talk about Lu only. You will catch only last 2 words. So try to avoid the lengthy names. If you are able to give a short name, meaning well and good, otherwise no issue. Nowadays, getting a name itself is a very difficult task. Whatever name you are thinking, type it in the Google, it is already there. Somebody has already taken. So it can be the combination of surnames or family names or something unique. You have to find the name and try to do the spelling very simple. Don't make a numerical spelling, numerical one A extra, E extra, E extra. No. Make it as good as simple and simple to pronounce also. I'll give an example. SSV Enterprises. You may think, what is the specialty of SSV Enterprises? It is a good SSV Enterprises. But the real name is SSV Enterprises. But phonetically, when you are speaking, it sounds as SSV. But really, the name of my friend company, he has to tell the spelling of the full company name. He will say YASHASHIVI. Otherwise, your check will be prepared only on SSV only. So don't take this kind of risk of botheration to tell the spelling also to the company. So be fair, something attractive. And very important is whether your name should have a business nature. What kind of business you are doing? These are all your first step of your process to filter your company name. You have to decide on your goal. What is it I am going to do? Am I going to do only particular sector? Because we are into agriculture, I want to go only agriculture. I'm into textile, I'm going to only textile. Or you want to do multiple products. Based on that, your name should also be decided. Anyway, we have selected a first name. Then what is the suffix? What you are going to add? Textiles or enterprises or what is that? So for that, once you decide, then immediately check the domain name. This is very, very important. This is where common mistake happening is. They do everything and they register. They have taken the all the registrations. After 3 months, they will remember, okay, website chahiye. Website, I need a website also. Then when you check the website, name will not be available. Then we have to make another name or dash satya-export-.com. It won't work like that. So your domain should be available, or if it is available, immediately block it so that price will not go up. If you are checking 2-3 times, 9 will be increased. Initially, it may be available at 99. When you see tomorrow again 2-3 times, it will become 99. Then it will become 4 9s. So like that, people will also block and they will put for sale. So try to domain check is very important, because your company name .com should be there, not somebody's. Or if not available anything, you can also use your brand name. That is also possible. Now let us talk about the name, how it should be. If you want to do multiple products, you cannot put a single name. In this case, these are the following names you can suggest for the, you can use, for example, ABC Export. You can do anything. Any product can be added. It doesn't speak about ABC have taken as a name. Export means anything you can add it. Or traders, you can, though you may be trader, you can also tell directly, yes, we are traders. Or overseas, enterprises, or international. This doesn't speak anything about the product. Right? Then, no sir, I want to do only my domain. We are specialized in agro. Yes, go with agro, that is good. But later on, don't come to the separate line. Sir, I want to add granite also. I want to add engineering also. When you are communicating to granite and engineering with the ABC Agro, nobody will respond. Obviously, even you also will not respond, because he is out of the domain. So be thorough, be focused when you are fixing the name. If you are in the particular domain, that is added advantage for you, because somebody is looking for agro, definitely they will come to the ABC Agro. They will not go to ABC Exports, because your name itself is talking about agro. So these are the names. It is up to you how to finalize the name. Now you compare yourself about your names. During the question and answers, you will I'll get this kind of answers. Sir, my thing is software solutions. Can I do this agro also? Because that name will not suit. Or some services. Those kind of names may not suit to this kind of goods export. That is only for the services. Okay. When you are going for registrations, your names may look like this. You can also go with ABC Exports. If you want to do exports and imports, I advise to make it clear in your title itself. When you are importing, they will also have the idea, oh, he is also importer. For that side, from that side, they are the exporters. For them, we are importers. So if your name specifies importers, that will be good. Even otherwise also, even without imports, you can also export. Under the exports name, you can import also. You can do anything. When you go for a private limited kind of things, private limited LLP, OPC, I will be discussing, then your name look like this. Then again, the name is expanding. Already in the first slide, I told you, no, go for a short name. But again, the names are coming expanded versions. So what I want to give you is ABC Exports and Imports. You can also simplify the name as ABC EXIM. EXIM stands for Exports and Imports. And IMPEX stands for Import and Exports. You should also know about what is the meaning of the EXIM, what is the meaning of IMPEX. When you are putting the name, you should have a clarity. Somebody came to my office and given a card. The card was ABC IMPEX. Then I asked him, sir, what is that you are importing? Then he said, we are not importing anything. I thought, okay, he's not importing right now. Then he told me, sir, we don't have any intention to import. That means he clearly said that we don't have intention to import anything. But his name specifies import. IMPEX means import is the major activity, export is secondary activity. EXIM में export is main activity, prominent. The secondary is import. Dominance is export. Impex में import is the dominance of your business. So don't make this kind of mistake of putting the reverse name and you are not doing it. So you have to be very careful before somebody point out. Then I asked him, then why did you keep this Impex? So somebody suggested. So don't go for that kind of suggestion unless you have the clarity about the name. Then what type of companies are to be established? As I told you, even as a single man or single woman, you can simply start with sole proprietor. It doesn't require any registrations. But when you go to the bank to open a bank account, bank will ask you, where is this? Do you have any registration with any of the government bodies? For that reason, what we are doing is straight away we are going for GST. Even otherwise also people go for a shop and establishment or trade license. Even that is also enough to open a bank account. But in exports, GST is a compulsory. Though GST is not applied on the products exported, you need a GST to reclaim what are GST you are paying on the exports while purchasing. When you export, you will get back the GST. But to get back the GST, you need a GST registration. So for that, we go directly GST and open a bank account. Then the separate next level partnership. It can be 2 or any numbers. In this, the specialty is you go partnership only when you have the partners. Don't go otherwise within home, don't go for a partners. In this, for example, somebody said, okay, we both will start a company. Okay, you do work, I'll invest. Or somebody may be the marketer, somebody may be the producer. So those kind of things, partnership can be established. Or if you want a finance, somebody will become the partnership. Okay, number 1 and 2, both are considered as a local companies. Registration has to be done locally only. And sole proprietor, your PAN card will do. No need of other registration. Partnership ke liye, you need to get a special PAN card in the name of the company which you have registered. Partnership mein, there will be firm registration and partnership will be made. Partnership deed speaks about who are all the partners, what is the percentage, what is the division, who is going to operate the account. All this will be standard language. Your writer or whoever is undertaking your registration process, they will do that. But here you need to apply for a special. And the private limited, LLP, OPC, these are all national level registrations. Those are local level, these are national level. You can register anywhere in the state. Under Ministry of Corporate Affairs, private limited, if you wish, I want to go in a big level, big plan, then I suggest to go for private limited because that has more value out of this. Or limited liability partnership. Nowadays, people are coming with a limited liability or 1% company also. Limited liability is, many people have started recently. It is not a popular in India. Whatever investment you are doing, that is limited to any risk comes. Your liability is limited to only the investment, whatever you have made in the company. The liability is limited to your investment in the company. You personal assets will not be attached in case of something goes wrong under LLP. Then 1% company. 1% company equivalent to sole proprietor, but here it is to be registered under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. This has the unique names. Sole proprietor, here you can register. In Chennai, you can register another same name. Anywhere you can register with the same name. But this private limited LLP OPCs are unique names. In India, it will be only one name. That is a specialty. 1% is like a private limited only. All are in the private limited categories. Public limited company, you may not be going straight away. Charitable organizations also do for giving an employment to their members. These are the different type of companies. Out of all these, sole proprietor, your PAN card will do. Other companies, you need to have a special PAN card. So once you are registered, you'll be getting a papers, registration papers in hand and your PAN card. And anyway, you are already having Aadhaar card, PAN card. With this, you can also approach to the bank, open a bank account. Bank account will be in the name of the company we have started, ABC Exports. Then it is going to be the current account. So depending on your branch, they're also having different bank accounts, even zero balance also. They will provide the zero balance account also. So tell that this is for a export company. They will also suggest you what is required to open bank account. Main thing is your company registration, PAN number, and your KYC, your documents. So in this, bank account will be opened. Nowadays, someone will come to your home or office. If you are given a home address, even then also they will come and they will have a tea. They will go. So nowadays, banks are coming to home just to verify the address. So that is only formality. Try to avoid the cooperative banks, because cooperative banks are not in that level of having a network internationally. Your payment will get delayed. So one more suggestion is, if you are already working with the similar bank, same bank for the last 10-15 years, don't change the banks, because you will have the advantage of the limits as well as the past history. You have some relation. Don't spoil the relation just for namesake of you don't change the accounts. So try to prefer, if you are new, I advise to go for a private banks like ICICI and Axis, HDFC. These kind of banks are giving a good service. Comparing with national banks, we also know that services differences. Okay. When you are opening a bank account, wait for a check, cancel check. Wait for a checkbook. This checkbook is going to help you in many ways. Nowadays, checks are coming with the pre-printed names. If you are getting a pre-printed check, you need not go to bank for getting any certificates. Like even for GST also, they will also tell you while registration, sir, get me the 3-month statement, or if your name is printed, give me the check. That is enough. So here also, this kind of pre-printed company name check will help you in further registrations where it is required. Once you have done the bank account, up to this level, everybody might have done. Those who are into local business, they have done up to this level. Those who have started exports or want to start exports, you need to get a import-export code. This is must for doing international business. So this is an entry ticket, like a passport for your export business. So this will be issued by the Director General of Foreign Trade. We call it as a DGFT. This export license can be applied nowadays online. This is the website, dgft.gov.in is the website. Go on the website, you can apply online. For applying, 2 documents are required. One is the cancel check. Now see, cancel check a pre-printed name. That is one. The second one is address proof. Address proof may you don't say that, okay, sir, already my GST is there. GST is not accepted. What they want is telephone bill or landline or your sale deed or tax receipt of the particular address, or you can also submit a rental deed, rental agreement. There are 4 or 5 documents they are given, but GST is not added there. So with this, any one of these for address proof, only these 2 documents are required. Keep handy and log on to website online like this. This is the website, dgft.gov.in. On the front page itself, you will get the indication. Apply for IEC. You can see on the right hand side, on the last, in the middle. Apply IEC. Click on that apply IEC. It will ask you the login details. What is that you wanted to go for IEC? Enter your name, details. Everything is self-explanatory. You will be registered there first. Then you enter to the site. It will ask you the PAN number and Aadhaar card. apply for IEC. Once you register, it will show you apply for IEC. Then once you click on this, there will be 6 steps. One is it asking you general information, details of proprietor, bank information, other details like sectors. It is newly added. Then your declaration, then submit the application. These are the 6 steps I will show you. These are all very simple, self-explanatory. You can also do yourself. What is the name of the company? Permanent account number. This is account PAN number. What is the category you want to apply? Now here, if you are a purely trader, then your name, your registration should be in the case of merchant exporter. In export language, traders are called merchant exporters. If you are a manufacturer, register as a manufacturer. If you are doing a manufacturing and trading also, then you become a manufacturer come merchant exporter. There is a separate category. One is manufacturer, manufacturing of merchant, only merchant, then service provider. Service provider means suppose we are providing some software or some consultancy. These are comes under the even the acting as a mediator between buyer and seller. That is also comes under services. Even software or any other services. So these are the categories. There is a combination also. Manufacturer come merchant come service provider. The 3 also can be opted. So it is up to you which category you belongs to. You can see on the left hand side, third bottom. Then give the firm name, PAN number, what is the date of birth of the company, company establishment date. Then go to the next level, details of the proprietor will ask you. Everything is self-explanatory. What is the applicant name? What is the PAN number? What is the Aadhaar number? Everything. In case if the company is a private limited, then they require a DIN number, direct identification number. DIN number also you can see on the top. If it is private limited, if it is private limited you opted, then automatically that will be highlighted unless you feel that it will not go forward. Then it will ask you what is your bank details fill kar do. Then next it will ask you which sectors you are preferring. What is the preferred sectors? Earlier it was not there. My suggestion is select all, no problem. Nobody is going to ask you if you don't do. Select all the products and go ahead. And it will ask you the documents to submit. Here, 2 types of documents you have to. One is cancel check. Second one is any bill of landline or sale deed or tax paid. You applied. Then it will ask you to pay the money. Pay the money. It is 500 rupees is the official fee. You have to pay to the DGFT side. Online you can pay it. Once you pay, it automatically updated. Then finally it will give you the option for you to review the application. Once you review and submit, then this screen will appear. When you are submitting application, it will ask you, do you have the digital signature? If you are having a digital signature, you can insert the digital signature and submit it. Option 1. Option 2. If you don't have a digital signature, you can also submit with the Aadhaar based login. Aadhaar based login means in your Aadhaar, there should be phone number and Aadhaar number would be there if you are registered. One OTP will go to that Aadhaar mentioned phone number and mail. Both OTPs are required to submit. Once you select Aadhaar e-sign, then OTPs will go to your mail IDs, mail ID and phone number, which you have registered in the Aadhaar. Submit it, it will be taken. Immediately, this will pop up. Now you can see this is that's why I told you, like your flight ticket, you can take online. Now what it says, importer export code, importer exporter code. To whom it is issued, you can see here. This is to certify that JNM Exim is issued IEC code with this details. IEC code is nowadays, after the introduction of the GST, our PAN card has been activated as a IEC. Earlier it was a 10-digit code. Now you can see IEC number, PAN card number will be same. See? Then name is a proprietor, date of issue, company address, what is the name of signatory, that's all. It doesn't speak about what product you are exporting it. Though this time in the new version, we are making some options inside. Earlier it was not there. Then you may feel, sir, how it is known to the government, whether what product you are exporting it. Actually, the concept is, in general, they are giving a directly open general license, open license, do anything. But that has to be linked in your GST. Now, whatever items you are doing, when you are making your GST registration, there you have to add. Now, the option is, when you go for a initial registration, you may be opting for 4 or 5 items, right? After 4 months, one new product has come, you have to introduce. You need not touch this. Go and add in the GST so that your product will be updated. No need of again amendments. Now this is going to be your IEC code. It comes like this. All nowadays eIECs, no signatures, no photographs. Earlier photograph used to come here, photograph of the applicant. Now there is no photograph also. All eIECs. Now what is uniqueness of this? It is not product specific. It is not talking about a product specific. No monthly yearly returns. No renewals. No expiry. Nobody is going to come to for inspection what you are doing. And you can export as well as import. Amendments also become easy. No visits to office. This is one of the greatest relief. In olden days, we have to submit the application. That too, we have to make a file, this many papers, submit in order. And whenever you go for it used to take months. Whenever you inquire or go to the online and check, everything is in progress, in process. That is only standard. It used to take months. Now we are taking 5 minutes, we are taking a license. Now there is a new change nowadays. Is a recent amendment. We have to renew every year, whether you do export or don't do the exports. We have to log into the system like this. Now, this is a recent notification. What they said, every year during April to June period, you have to log into the DGFT site and make everything run through, again submit it. No need of changes. If any change, you can change it. Just to ensure that we are live. No returns are to be submitted. For this, we have to log on to the system. Again here, already have a IEC. You can link your IEC here. Just log in. You have to run through process, come out, and it will be saved. This is how we have to every year renew. This is the recent amendment, not even month. This is what. Then coming to export promotion councils. Many people stop here. Tell me how many of you are registered with any export promotion councils? Just raise your hands. Have anybody further registered with any export promotion councils after getting IECs? Normally people stop here. Okay, we have taken a license and we are okay with that. But here you are not going forward. There is another step is involved. We have to get connected to, we have to connect to your respective field. For example, you are in the agriculture. We have to connect to the agriculture one. We have to leather. If it is engineering export promotion council. If you are into gems and jewelry, you have to connect to gems and jewelry. Like that, there are various councils are there. We have to get to connect to them. Otherwise, you are isolated. Though somebody might have taken IEC, but not connected means you are not connected to your main line of activity. So for that, government has made various bodies to help you to exports. Those bodies are here. Apparel Export Promotion Council. Suppose somebody is doing a garments, basic chemicals, chemical related any products, carpets, cashew, leather, electronics, engineering, all these councils depending on your line of activity. Suppose you are doing a plastic, so you are doing engineering, you are doing garments or handicrafts, try to go and connect with the council. The list is also I am going to share with you in my study material. So you may ask, sir, what is the use of this? The main thing is lot of information related to your particular field will be shared by them in terms of data. What is going, what is coming? What is going on about your industry? What kind of products are going? Where it is going? What is the growth? What is the focus? Upcoming trends? All this will be compiled and they will be circulating to the members. And as well as any information related to updates, it will be getting it. And these people also organizing international trade fairs and buyer seller meets. Earlier, we used to take the delegations to foreign countries. Government used to pay you the to and fro plus stall rent. Earlier was a scheme under market development scheme, market development assistance, MDA. Now it has become market access initiative. Under this, if you are traveling to Latin American countries, 2.5 lakhs reimbursement government used to pay. If you are traveling to Commonwealth of Independent States, CIS countries, or Asian countries, or focus African countries. If you are traveling all these three zones, you are paid 2 lakhs rupees as a to and fro charges and stall rent. The other category, fifth category is general areas. If you are traveling in general areas, travel is not reimbursed, stall rent is reimbursed. So that facility is not there now. For that reason, after the COVID, they have not announced. Let us expect in the next coming new policies to be announced in April 2021. We are waiting for a new policy. So in this, that is the reason why now government is organizing these kind of trade fairs online nowadays. With a mere 25 to 50,000 rupees, sitting at your home, you are able to participate in UK or Germany or Africa or America. You are able to participate this. All this information you will be getting only when you are become a member. Plus, whatever the government benefits are getting, they will be linked with that. Are you a member of the, what is your RCMC number? It will ask you. RCMC means registration of membership certificate with any council. It is a must to get the government benefits. That is also compulsory. And any issues related to the industry, for example, taxes ज़्यादा होगा, import duty ज़्यादा हो गया, GST rates are high. So who is going to represent? This council is going to represent to the government. Even government also ask this council to give the recommendations for the, even to the level of budget proposals. Yes. So this has got a big voice. Then they are also educating the exporters. What are the new changes are coming into the market or implemented by the government? They are also educating through physical programs. Nowadays, everybody is conducting online programs. So overall, their objective is to promote the exports from your field. That is why we have to be connected to the respective export promotion councils. Now, who is this body? The body is like our association actually. The biggest exporter will become the chairman of the council. The whole export promotion council is a member body of the exporters of our own people, our big brothers. The big brother will become a chairman. The next Chota brother will become a vice chairman. Then active members will be the board of members. These people will be talking always about the how to promote this trade, how to give the upliftment for the next upcoming generation. Government of India will be nominating a executive director under IAS cadre then the rest of the administration will be rested. All the powers are rested with the body only. Body is our own people. This is how the councils runs. Now, to become a member, you have to pay a membership. That is a income. That is how it runs. Every council has a different fee structure. Minimum 5,000 to the 10,000, even 40,000. Gems and jewelry, they charge 40,000. So there are memberships depending on the councils. You have to, once you have to become the member, you have to pay the membership, and every year it has to be renewed. Now, as I have shown you many councils here, you may get a doubt. Sir, if I am doing 2-3 products which is falling under different councils, is it necessary to register with the council? No. I'll tell you the technique. From here to here, one council is enough. From here to here. All this plus this, all are promotion councils. And these are the boards, commodity boards. These are commodity boards. So if you are doing a multiple sectors, then in that case, there is one body which is FIEO, Federation of Indian Export Organizations. You can register as a multiple products under one point registration. You may be doing 5-10 different products falling under different councils. You are doing a leather also, you are doing handicrafts, you are doing the oil seeds, you are doing jute also, you are doing pharma or handloom. All can be registered at one place. If it is coconut or coffee board, all these you have to individually register. If you are doing a spices, you have to specially do the spices. If you are doing with agriculture, you have to do a special agriculture, because this membership is compulsory. I hope it is clear. Okay, if any questions, I'll be taking it just after finishing this. Okay. This is a membership, FIEO I am talking. If you become the member of this, you can avail the services from anyone, any council you can make up. Actually, Federation of Indian Export Organization is the federation for all this. That is a Federation of Indian Export Organizations. This is the head body of all the councils. Now we are connected to head body. No need of connecting to the bottom one. This also fees. It charge you 8,555 first timers. That includes your entry fees plus yearly subscription. Tomorrow we are going to get the officer from this organization. Tomorrow first session will be joining us. So don't miss it. So this is the kind of registration certificate you will get it. You can see registration of membership certificate. We generally call it RCMC. RCMC is a registration certificate. Now, next level. Do you need a logo for your company? Yes. If you have the logo, you will have a recognition of the company, but your logo should be simple, relevance, attractive, and impressive. Then, for example, these are the logos. It may represent your name or it may not be also. For example, Nike. Nike doesn't have manufacturing. They are only getting it manufactured. It doesn't specify any product. Na? Anybody can get a conclusion, okay, this Nike is doing this product. You can't draw any conclusion out of this. Okay, at least 4 wheels, Audi, there is a meaning. But some logos may be having only the name itself in it. Like Samsung, Godrej, Microsoft, LG, all this. Now, do we require a logo? If you have, people can recognize you with the logo, and this has the importance of getting a loan against this also. If you have the IP value, all these logos are considered and it has a value in it. People call it as a goodwill. Goodwill is called intellectual property value, IP values. There are evaluators also for this. Based on this, even without putting your properties, simply put the logo in the bank and you can get a loan. To that extent, it has a power of logo. And there are many companies who do the business only with the logo. They don't make any product. Like Nike, I think you are aware about Amway. Many people are aware about Amway. Any idea where it is manufactured? Amway. Can you write the name of the country where it is manufactured? USA. Yes, many people are writing as USA. Some people are writing India and China. They are marketing you as a only US product, right? But it's manufactured in India. Where is it? In Hyderabad, in Jidimetla. Sarvottam Remedies is the manufacturer. They have one more unit in Baddi. Somebody rightly said Baddi. And they have recently started one more in Tamil Nadu also. But for the purchasers, for people who are purchasing, the people will sell as US product. What are they doing? Simply giving a product technology. I'm an employee of Amway. Anand, where are you? Open up your mic. Anand. I think Anand is employee of Amway. Can you open up your mic? His mic is open.
Yeah, given access, Anand.
Yeah, Anand.
Yeah, open.
Anand, where are you?
Yeah, I'm from Mumbai.
Mumbai. Where is your units?
No, I'm not employee of Amway.
Okay, not employee. Okay. You are network.
No, I'm not even. I'm not anyway connected to Amway.
But somebody written.
I don't know. That may not be me.
Anand J. You are Anand G.
Yeah.
Anand Gokhale.
Hi. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Anand Jha this side, yeah.
Where
So
are you?
I'm ex-employee of Amway. So I was based out of Kolkata, and I was looking after Eastern Zone, and from the year 2008 to 2011, I can say, for 3 years.
Tell me, which are the places they have the units now?
Earlier they have, as you rightly say, Sarvottam, no? So they are the third-party manufacturer on behalf of Amway. They have earlier the first plant was in Baddi, one of the biggest refined plant, and they manufacture only for Amway as per their specification and the guideline and the quality norm, whatever they suggest. That is totally American standard. Yeah.
They give the formula. That's all.
Yes.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you. See, there are many such companies. For example, you go to the Raymond's Park Avenue. Park Avenue by Raymond's. They don't make even single product. I'm very well connected to Raymond's. They're all manufactured in Ludhiana by PG International. So there are companies who make only brand, only the logo, and they do the business. Many such. We manufacture for Raymond's. Naresh Sharma. Where are you from, Naresh? You are connected with Arvind. Okay. Which location? Which place? Anand, where are you? Bangalore. See, there are companies. For example, take example of your schools.
Yes. So currently I'm working for Arvind, Bangalore. So obviously they don't have any manufacturing unit, especially for brand, but they give to third party, and then they do all the export thing they are doing with their brand, but they don't have a manufacturing unit.
What is Flying Machine?
Flying Machine is, yes, you are absolutely right. Flying Machine is in-house brand, which they manufacture. But again, it's not a manufacturer, but they give formula to the third party. They give some denim product from their Arvind Mills, and then third party do manufacturing again.
Yes. I was in Ahmedabad. I was very well connected to Anand. These mills, Arvind Mills.
Yeah, Lal Bhai. Yes.
Lal Bhai Group. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So there are many companies. For example, take Pizza Hut. Are they bringing pizzas and making here? Take any schools. Hero Kid or any kid, smart kids, what they are giving formula, my school should be like this, like manufacturing of watches, many things. Now what I wanted to tell you is you don't require to export the product itself. हमेशा हम यही सोचते हैं मुझे ये what this I want to export, this I want to export. Even ideas can also be exported. If you have any idea, patent it. What is the patents? People are making a patent, getting money. People are making a designs, getting a money. People are promoting the formulas, making money. And for example, I give the example of my own. I connected one party. I was working as a trade commissioner for one of the province in Canada, Manitoba province. I was working for them. In that, I've connected Wins Bio in Hyderabad to Canada, giving a only formula. And they are millions of dollars of deal. Only he has given, and he is getting a share out of that. Water product. That product is antidote for snake bite. They extract the venom from various poisonous snakes. They make a medicine out of that. They have the unit in Shamshabad near airport. They extract the venom. They export it to various countries. Interact with MD. I asked him, really, is it injected to anybody? They said 0. Because every Jew has to maintain for safety measures, but at a higher level. So like this, only technology or the designs also plays a very important role. It is not that simply looking a logo, anybody can make it. But the thing is, promotion of logo is important. How you promote the logo, how you are marketing yourself. So think of something, your brand also can be promoted. The next level, what is required is website. Is it required? Website is required for a business. Nowadays, it become very, very important. Many people are doing business only with the website, without having anything. People are developing only the content and marketing, putting the products only through website. For that, now again we are into international business. This plays very, very important role. And whoever is making a, how many of you have a website here? How many of you are having a website? Just show thumbs up. Very few are. How is the business on the website? Because don't make website only for namesake. Your website should be business generating mission. It should generate a business for you. Many people say website, no business, sir. The principle of the website is you promote me, I'll promote you. Website is telling you, you promote me first, I'll promote you. Otherwise, no business. Tell me how many of you are checking your backend, to see how many people are coming to our website. There are various tools are available. Google Analytics and various tools are available to track how many people are coming to my website, how much time they are spending, from which are the places they are logging in, even on which instrument they are logging in. That is, we are getting in detail. But can you know who are all the people visited your website? Imagine 100 people have visited. Can you know who are all the people who have visited? Anybody has a clue? If you know that their details, your job is done. Your business is in your pocket. Prakash Jain. What is the tool you can use that? CRM is different. Customer relationship management is different. Analytics will give you only the area and how many people have seen. For example, USO, US, this many, Canada, this many pixels will not give you. Only it gives the names only. It cannot give you the name of the participant who has done it. Of course, people say through IP address you can find. You cannot find with IP address. That is not your scale. Nowadays, various tools have come. With the tools, you can track it. If you are able to track those things, the business is prospect is in your pocket. I'll tell you a simple thing, not to go into the technology. See, whoever is visiting your website, imagine 100 people have visited your website and the statistics, you are able to see all the statistics, but no inquiry to your mailbox. That means it's like a railway station. No, Aya gaya. No account. No mail. For this purpose, what we can do is, Google AdWords will not give you the things. For this purpose, what you have to do, with a technique, you can capture the detail. For example, whenever they are coming to your main page of products or services, that is a major concern. Whoever visits, they will come to the products or services. You can capture, can I have your details? Name, mail ID, phone number. 3 fields. Don't give more fields. People will not fill. So, in a different way, offer something, download our brochure or click for more. Then when they click for more, you could go ask for details. This way, without spending on technology also, you can, okay, there are tools are available. For that, you have to spend the money. Otherwise, you can develop with a web developer. You can also use this tool, capturing the details online. So immediately they can be captured in a backend in Excel. Whoever is visiting your website, all 100 people, data will be there with the name, mail ID, phone number. So they are your prospective clients, isn't it? Otherwise, they will not come and spend their time here. If they are spending some time visiting the different pages, means they are something wanted from your site. Now, tracking the activity, I'm telling, you can put a pop-up. If somebody clicks on that, one pop-up will come. Can I have your details, please? Name, mail ID, phone number. You can keep many fields, Aadhaar card number and other things, not required for us. What we want is the name, mail ID, phone number. That is enough. Once the details are captured, there can be one setup for auto mail. Auto mailer can be added to that. Immediately, whenever something somebody written, thanks Mr. Prakash Bhatia, thanks for your visiting my website and spending your valuable time of 12 minutes 36 seconds. Due to some various reasons, we have not completely displayed our products for various reasons because of the copyrights. However, we can serve you with any quality or quantity of customization can be done. Something like mail should go. Will it work? Definitely, you are touching the person who is registering, who is visiting the website, and you can also make a follow-ups, and you can also call them, cold calling. So data, nowadays data is important. You can capture the data from the website itself. Okay. One more thing is, we have to spend the money for SEO. Tell me, how many of you are spending your money for promotion of your website? Immediately spending a promotion for a website. Those who are spending, they will be getting a value for that. It may be the SEO, search engine optimization, or Google AdWords. Google is also excellent tool to get your promotion. Tell me, how many of you go to the second page when you are searching in the Google? How many of you go to second page? We don't go to the. Okay, here Mr. Prakash Jain is there. He is also doing a paid services of SEO and organic. So we have the experts also here. Okay. So the point is, how much money should spend on the SEO? Prakash, how much it will cost for one website per year? How much you charge? Just type it out. Yeah, we have this experts here. That is why I told you, you can also share your details within the batch. See, normally 5,000 per month. No ending cost. Keyword wise, correct? See, when you ask the professionals, they will say, sir, 1.5, 2 mein ho jayega. 1.5, 2. What is 1.5, 2? Lakhs. The person who has spent 5,000 or 10,000 per website, he will get a heart attack. Even I have not spent 10,000 for the website, but you are asking me 1.5 lakh rupees. See, 1.5 lakh rupees is if you calculate in a month, it comes to 10 to 12,000, isn't it? 12,000. This much money you are spending for marketing of your activity. Where there is a marketing, there is a business. How do the people know? If you are appearing somewhere in third page, who is going to come and catch you? Anybody will come to third page and click your website. This is where promotion will give the business. So try to spend some money on the promotion. You have to treat it as your business expenses only. Then your business can grow. Now there is no limitations of promotion of this. Sitting here, you can promote anywhere through Google AdWords or SEOs. If somebody searches, your page should come. They will give the assurance about the keywords. Sir, these are the keywords searched by for your industry, and I can assure you this will come in the first or second level when you are spending money on this. They will give the plan. So our specialist also here, I think Mr. Santosh Kumar, you can. So all this you put it your introduction in your our WhatsApp group, so you can interact directly with these people and get the codes. Okay. And one more important point is try to maintain your own domain when you are working on this kind of promotions. When you are using your mailing, don't hang on Gmail and Yahoo or Rediff mails. Try to promote your own website by giving your own domain name. For example, your as a MD or CEO or sales @ your company name .com should go, not as a Gmail. Gmail is a public domain, not a business. Even some of the websites, they doesn't allow this kind of registrations for mail IDs. With this mail IDs, they will not allow. So when somebody says you need to tell about your website, immediately they can also log into your website and see what is these people are doing it. So that gives your promotion itself. So whenever you are communicating, try to do your own mail IDs, not general mail IDs. And one more point. Whenever you are in communicating, these are general things I'm talking. Whenever you are talking to some people, they will immediately ask you, can you send me the sample, Rajesh? I want a sample. Can you send me the sample? And he is America. Your client is asking 1 kilo of particular variety. If you go to the courier, how much it charges? It charges in thousands. Your sample cost may not be 100 rupees. For example, 1 kilo rice, basmati rice water sample. And when you go to the DHL, go with the 1 kilo sample, they will charge you 34,000 rupees. What is the value of the sample? What is the value of the courier? So biggest challenge is courier is very, very costly. In this case, one technique I can tell you, whenever somebody is asking a sample, ask them, can I have your account number so that I can send you my sample free of cost in your account? Normally, sorry to say, Indians have spoiled the market by sending free samples. So they will feel anyway Indians, they will send the sample. That is why they always expect a free sample from us. If it is costly, obviously you have to demand the cost. Sample is, for example, 5,000 rupees. You cannot send a free of cost. You can charge for, this is the sample cost, this is going to be the courier. But always they expect a free of cost. This is one technique where you can ask their courier number. That means you can go to the courier, they will send a letter. Please accept the parcel from Mr. Rajesh under my account. So you need not pay for your charges, courier charges. So at a free of cost, your sample can go. That is how make use of this technique. See, if you ask any Chinese sample, Chinese people, immediately they will say, they write a very beautiful English. We feel Chinese are not good at English. They write a very beautiful English. Thank you very much for asking a for your inquiry. I'm very happy to send you the sample. Sample is absolutely free for you. Courier is at your cost. Please send this many dollars to dispatch the sample. So ultimately, sample, see, somebody asked 100 kilo, 1 kilo of rice. How much it cost? Hardly 100 rupees. But where is the 3,000-4,000? Where is 100 rupees cost? So make use of these techniques. This is what we have discussed so far is in general. Okay. So next session will go into the deep about the subject. Now session is open for question and answers. You raise your hand. Shivaji, you can make them all the hands down and we'll give the chance to everyone.
Okay, sir.
I'll clear all your doubts. And one more thing. If you are getting an answer by somebody's question, please down your hand so that it will save our time. Because sometimes what happens, your question has been clarified by somebody's question. So please down your hand so that you can save the time. Okay.
Hello.
First.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, sir. Santosh here. Santosh from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Sir, I have query regarding, because we just covered the first part of the company formation and all those things. So I already have gone through all those processes. I mean, not for the export import this thing, but for some B2B, trading and all those things, online trade like Alibaba kind of. Their startups. So thing is, my question is very straightforward. Like when we make a company name, those things are all good. But do you have a checklist, like which all things we must do as a part of, like we have to get the GST and you have to get.
We are getting on the last day already. It is in the study material also.
Already it is there. Okay. Now the second question is, can I make it, in a state registration? Will it gain what do you call validity or this thing? State means not under ROC but in state.
Yeah, you can do even ROC also will be done in the state only.
No, I know that, but it will not be under Ministry of Corporate Affairs but state.
Then it will be private. This is firm registration only, partnership.
Firm registration, yeah. Is it possible? We can do.
Why not? Wherever registration happens, then we can do register.
But will it gain international recognition?
No problem. Even your proprietor also international recognition.
Suppose they will search an MCA website, they won't find.
They are not going to search your MCA for proprietor के लिए MCA में जाके नहीं दिखेगा. Okay, next.
Okay. All right.
Mr.
Yeah. Hello. I wanted to understand. So I'm into domestic trading right now. So I have a company which has. So it's Black Scorpion Traders LLP. It's an LLP. So if I want to start with exports, can I use the same company with the exports? Is it important to have export or imports? Something related to that name.
What is the name?
Black Scorpion Traders LLP.
Perfectly fits.
It's okay for import exports. Okay, and one more question. In terms of the export promotion councils that you talked about, is there something like specific, like can we get more details about each council, like what kind of products they deal into, so that we can.
Material I'm going to show in the next session.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Rakesh.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. My question is, sir, as I said, I'm a working person and I just want to still start import export. And can I start with my wife's name, and if for every this thing, her signature or everything, she only is required, or I can control, because she's not good at English and all those things.
Not necessary, just dummy proxy only, but you can run the business. Okay, next.
I can start. Okay, thank you, sir.
Siddharth Agarwal.
Sir, I have a specific question. Registering a company in India is it's okay, but can we register foreign companies? More trust of foreign buyers where we are exporting our products.
You can set up an office in Dubai also. You can run the business from Dubai, or you can put up office in US, or you can put up office in Singapore also. You can very well do that. If you need any further guidance, talk to me separately. I connect you to the people who are establishing the companies, or you have the Any CS, they can also do for that.
Avinash Agarwal.
Avinash?
Yeah, hi. Sir, I just want to know that if we go for sole proprietorship, so later can we change it to LLP, or we can is there any upper limit that after this transactions we have to convert to some other form?
No need. Once if you want to convert, suppose you are adding a partner, you can convert it. Same name.
Okay. So there is no limit on the transactions, right?
No limit.
Okay. Thank you.
Deepali Bhatt.
Sir, good evening. I want to know, sir, where I check the domain.
GoDaddy. Go to the GoDaddy and various sites are there. GoDaddy is the simplest form.
Okay, sir. And the other thing is that I want to start with my name only. Then I go for sole proprietor, or you just give me in last option?
No. Don't go
OPC.
for sole proprietor.
Sorry?
Go for sole proprietor, easiest form.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Next.
Prashant.
Quickly. See, my request, at least show your faces. So this is going to be the interactive session. At least when you are asking a question, open up your camera. Okay, next.
Yeah, Prashant. Prashant KM. Naresh Sharma.
Hello, sir. This is Naresh here. I'm audible.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask, what is the difference between OPC and sole proprietor?
OPC is we are registering at a central level, Ministry of Corporate Affairs.
What's the benefit of that?
It is a high level. We are going to be like a private limited level, but a sole proprietor is a local.
Okay, got it. But in terms of getting a unique name, like with OPC, we can ensure getting a unique name, is it?
Yeah, you can get it.
Right. Okay.
Nitish Kumar.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello, I am audible.
Yeah.
Sir, actually I have 3 questions, but already 2 questions are asked by Avinash and Naresh.
Good.
And one last question I have doubt. You said that in EC code, we need an address proof. And we actually, I want to start from home. So I don't have any offices and other complex buildings. So we can give our home address only, Aadhaar card.
Home address, suppose your current bill is in father name, current bill also accepted, current bill is in father name. What you can do is you can also no objection certificate from father, give it as a rental agreement. That is also enough.
Okay, sir. And next, sir, and what about Aadhaar card? You said that Aadhaar card is separate for company, or is it our personal Aadhaar card?
Personal only.
Personal.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next.
Sir, this is Naresh here again. Sorry, I want to ask one more question. If I register on a particular address, can it be changed later?
Later, anything can be amended. Next.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, SFM Resources.
Hi, sir. Very good evening. Sure. I just want to ask, I do have a registration with the name of SFM Resources India Private Limited. As you've already said, the name should be in short. Actually, I'm in the business of housekeeping, and my website reflects only housekeeping details. But in my memorandum and article 5 years back, I have already enrolled with export and import detail. So what should I do for the same?
Your name looks nice. SFM Resources, you can do anything. You're not product specific, na?
Yes. But about the website, sir,
you can change it. What is the website?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Pages.
Bansal.
Next.
Amit Bansal.
Good evening, sir.
Amit.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I just want to know, as we have learned from you that LLP and private limited companies are on a if you're doing a higher kind of transactions. But other than this limited liability and higher transaction, what is the benefit? Like, how do we choose that we need to go for the partnership or the LLP or private limited?
My suggestion, best suggestion to the beginners, go with the proprietor. Let's say take. The LLPs, when they are going to the MOC level, Ministry of Corporate Affairs level, their compliances are more. We have to engage
Yes.
a CA to file the, make a balance sheet, submit it, everything. So try to
What is
avoid
the advantage?
the beginner. Advantage is, there's no big advantage only, but you have the status. When you go to the bank, yes, there is a private limited, there is a value for that.
And one more thing, sir, like I want to go into a partnership. There one more person.
You
So in
can-
partnership also, one partnership also there is a registered partnership and unregistered partnership. So what's the difference?
He will guide you. Consult your CA, he will guide you.
Okay. And in IEC code, as you mentioned, like we have to select the type of whether we are merchant or manufacturer. So like if we select a merchant and like after some time we like also add manufacturing. So what is the implication if we select a wrong option in that?
Anything you can upgrade or you can amend any time with a proof. Later on, suppose you have selected a exporter. Later on, you set up a company. Then when you apply for a status change as a manufacturer, they will ask you the proof. What is your proof of setting up the company? Then the status can be changed. Okay, next.
Rahul Mapari.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, I have taken up my export code in 2009, but since then I have never used it. So, is it expired or?
Just now, option is given. Link your IEC. Go to the IEC website. Link your IEC. For everyone who is a batch, because you are not linked.
Okay.
Before they have given a notice saying that all the platforms have been brought to single platform nowadays. Banks, excise, the GSTs and customs, export council, all these brought into single platform by connecting all this. So they have advised all the exporters we have registered earlier to relink your IEC with this portal.
Okay. Okay.
There is a video also in the website. So how to relink, help is available. Those who have not want relink your website. Really relink.
From which portal, sir?
dgft.gov.in.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Abdul Kalik.
Hi, sir. Sir, I have 4 questions regarding the session. The first one is, I have already collaborated with a B2B business provider. So they are providing a free website. So will there be any problem if in future if I discontinue taking services from them?
My suggestion is go for a one thing.
All right, sir. So the next question is for EICC license. So we have a family business of 50 years old. So do I need to mention the recent date or 50 years old date for EICC license?
What is EICC?
EICC, you said that company established date we have to mention in it.
Year of establishment, na? Okay.
Yeah, sir. So
if you are proprietary, your birth date.
All right. Sir, so there is one more question. For a type of company,
please listen. I'm not going to run away after this class. I'm going to yes. Please limit to one question because 9 o'clock we are going to make further.
Sir, these are regarding the session only.
Okay, next.
Next, Shah Fahad.
Hello, sir. Actually, I'm in private limited pharmaceutical company. I have been registered. But at the moment, the thing is, I don't have any product. I'm trying to manufacture liquid mosquito vaporizer and all. So my target is to export to African countries. So how would be the option, sir?
Good option. We'll be discussing in the next chapter. Next. Okay, next.
Ramendra Gill.
Hi, sir. I'm Ramin this side.
Aji.
Sir, actually, I have the import-export code, and I have also got RCM from T-Board of India.
Very good.
But sir, I want to understand because I cannot find any data on the T-Board website, how to export my product. Because I have the product ready, but I'm unable to, find any buyers or send any queries or anything.
You will find today. Don't worry, sir.
And sir, one more thing. I'm into trading of tires, Seat tires. Hello.
Okay. Proceed.
So, sir, do I have to get myself registered with Rubber Board also to find buyers out there?
Rubber Board also, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right. Next,
Yes, Mradula.
Mridula.
Sir, hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, I want to know what is GST registration? Where we need to do the GST registration?
Where are you?
Like I'm totally new to the business itself, sir. We don't, and nobody is there in the business.
Okay.
So I don't have any idea. So I
GST,
want in detail.
goods and service taxes. Whenever you are doing any sale, we are in the business, there are taxes are applicable, na? When you go to purchase
sir.
something, they will also add the tax. This is the
Hmm.
goods and service tax. So this is applicable
Okay.
to the products except agriculture. There are exempted products. So when you are purchasing something, you have to pay the GST. Indirectly, you are paying to many products that you don't know. Okay. So here, when you are entering into the business, you should have that registration. Because you're
Where
also,
we need to.
so that we will, where are you based?
Currently, I'm in Ballari. After 2 months, I'll be in Bangalore,
Okay.
in Karnataka.
You can also consult the nearest CA, chartered accountant, or you can also do by looking at the YouTube. You can also do or take help of chartered accountant, that will be better.
Like for registration and all, sir.
For registration, yeah.
And creating our own mail IDs and all. How do
Okay.
we do that, sir?
You have the website. When you are making a website, you'll be getting a certain free websites, free mail IDs.
Oh,
Your web
okay,
developer
okay.
also tell you 5 email IDs or 10 email IDs. Initially, you'll be getting at least minimum 5 email IDs. You can also, then you can make your own mail ID.
Okay, sir. Sir, somebody was discussing like SEO and organic. Those terms are literally new to us. So whoever is not in the business. So in that sense, I request you to give some details of that. We don't know anything. I don't know anything.
I request, because our people will be putting introduction, you can discuss with them. Okay, they are service providers. Okay, next.
Sangeeta Patil.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Rao. I'm Sangeeta Patil. I'm calling in from Canada. I'm a Canadian national with an overseas citizenship of India. Does that place any restriction on becoming an exporter from India?
Nothing, madam.
Sorry?
You can do. There's no restriction.
Okay.
We are doing a lot of things.
Okay.
with Canada.
Would you also cover how to find and shortlist firms that wish to export? I'm interested in engineering exports.
Definitely, which we are covering in the next couple of sessions.
Okay, and just one last question. I have my own apartment in India, though it is rented now. Can that be used as an address proof for IEC registration?
Very well. You can very well do that.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Right. Next.
Abhishek Lolakpuri.
Hello, hi sir. How are you? This is Abhishek. Actually, I do chilies and chili powder manufacturers. So for sample, do we need any clearance certificate to send the samples to abroad?
Which country?
Like any other, like China or else Indonesia?
Why I'm asking is, if it is US or Australia or Saudi, they ask some certain special certifications. That's why I'm
Okay.
asking. Other countries doesn't have much restriction.
Like what about in India, like on like China, like?
China, not much. You can easily send it.
Okay. For Australia, they need a clearance, right?
Yes.
Okay, no worries.
Next.
Navneet Yadav.
Yeah, hi, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So I'm from Ghaziabad and I have one more business in Muradabad. So now I'm planning to export metal handicraft, Muradabad items to the overseas. We have exported 2 years back wall arts to Dubai. So now I have registered a new business and the name is Buddha Creations.
Very
So
good.
is it fine or?
Excellent. Creations, excellent.
Okay. Okay.
So Muradabad is famous for all the handicrafts, na?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Next.
Shivam Agarwal.
Yeah, hi sir. As you said, when you're registering a name, you should include XIM or Impact name.
Not
But
necessarily. Not necessarily.
but like let's say we already have our registered name, Haryana, for example. So should we change it to an export name, or is it okay if we keep using the same name?
Even I told you, exports or enterprises or international overseas, something need not be export import name itself.
Okay.
That is for the freshers I'm talking. So what is your company name? Tell me.
It's Haryana Rice Mill.
What do you want to do?
I want to export rice and rice powder as well.
Then perfect. If you want to do engineering or handicraft, that problem.
Yeah.
That is what. Okay, next.
Surakiran Kumar.
Good evening, sir. Once again, sir, I have pulses. I have like 7 acres land. So we crop it.
Please, everyone, come to the point. What you want to sell? What is your specific question? Don't tell the kahani. I want the point only. Tell me.
Yeah, sir. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, I have pulses. So I am new to the business. I don't know anything. So my question is, I have pulses like now in my home.
You want to market it, the next session we are covering it. It is not only we have started ABC. Till we have to go up to Z.
Okay, sir. And the next question is DBA. Somebody suggested me to do a DBA certificate like that. DBA certificate.
Ask them what is the DBA. Then next.
Anita Suresh.
Anita, quick.
Sir, my question is, I am also new to this, the registration for the license. I want the checklist, which is the first thing I should do and which is the next one, which is step by step, if you can tell me. I want to register from today itself. I want to start my registration.
I am going to share in the, once we are sharing the material, that is there in tree also, the tree. In the tree material, don't worry, that is everything is done.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sajan.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Yeah, right now we are distributors of 50 FMCG companies as a small scale companies dealer in Kerala, and I did my MBA from UK. I registered a business over there to import from India. Unfortunately, I wanted to come back to India. So we have near about 50 companies. And these companies are not that much high level companies. They want to market their product in UK. Exactly, it's in London, London area. There are a lot of Asian stores out there. Then how can I start a company over there? And we already got an exporting firm here, and we used to export to UAE in the 90s up to 2000. But right now that company.
So your point is to establish a company there? Can be done.
Sorry, sir.
At the end of the story, I could not catch you what we want to convey. Convey simple. You want to establish a company in UK?
Yeah, I want to export the items to UK, and I need to distribute those items to the particular Asian stores. That's my aim.
You can. That is why you are here. We'll be covering.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. Okay.
Next.
Nimrit.
Yeah, very good evening, sir. Sir, as I'm very new to this world, so sir, actually my company is under the process because I have made a registration with the idea of getting the account in Amazon earlier. So the company registration is under process for the GST number and all. So sir, should I change it like it's in the name of NP Enterprises? So as I'm taking the class for this exports and imports, so should I change the name or to export import, or the NP Enterprises is fine with it?
Excellent name. Enterprises fits for everywhere. Don't change the name. The name is good.
Sir, okay. So one more thing, like you said in the class, like it should match the domain name. So if I don't get the same domain name,
Then think of that. What is the brand name you have putting anything we can make it. Take the domain name also better.
so the domain name and the company, the registration name should be the same, sir? Exactly.
If it is better.
Okay, if it's better. Okay, so NP Enterprises is good option for the exports and imports too, sir.
.com or .co.in or in or biz.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Namaste, sir.
Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. See, the people who are putting the questions, we have to thank them because that might be clarifying somebody's doubts, isn't it? Many people doubts, some people will not come forward. That may be clarifying their doubts. So we have to thank the people, those are in the back end and silent in their screens. So let us take it. Okay, next.
Yeah, Thresh.
Namaste, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, for proprietorship registration, I want actually I am my all documents were addressed from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
And currently I am working in Jamnagar, Gujarat.
Okay.
So for proprietorship registration, what should I take the address?
Yes, you can take a rental deed anywhere. You can register, no problem. Jamnagar.
And for the verifications,
what is the verification? They are not coming to your home. Whatever address you are given, business address in Jamnagar, they will come there.
so should I take the address of Allahabad?
You need not go to your own place to start a company. You can start in Jamnagar also.
Yes.
Even
Okay,
if
okay. Thank you, sir.
start my company there. No need.
Dhanyavad, sir. Dhanyavad.
Next.
Ajay sir.
Hello, sir. There are two things. First is when you go into high-end engineering products and all, you will look for advances. So going for an LLP than private limited, will these people be hesitant to give the advances?
Not like that. It all depends on how you market it. See, LLP doesn't mean that they are run away without any responsibility. But as you suspect, people also suspect the similar way. So better to go for a private limited if that is the idea. If you are comfortable, go with the private limited.
And the second thing, sir, the whole vibe of the session is real great when you smile. But whenever you actually going serious, it's kind of scary at times.
No,
So
no,
please
I have
avoid
to
it
control. I have
smiling
to
all the
control
time.
sometimes because you have to balance both. Don't worry. Don't mind because I want to give the chance to everyone. So if everybody is talking three questions, so imagine 20 hands are up. It will go, but 9 o'clock we are going to the break.
I understand, sir. Thank you.
Siddharth Agarwal.
And I'm not giving a chance, don't mind, because I have to balance everyone. Yeah, next.
Yes, sir. Other than, sir, ECGC insurance, can we safeguard our export business? You know, like where third party can also be covered, our manufacturers can also be covered with our business interests when we are exporting or importing.
We have a separate session for risk management on Thursday.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir. Second question is, sir, you know, like there are many export firms do halal certification, ISO certification. Do we require to undergo this process also?
If it is required by your client, otherwise why do you need? What product you are making, that depends. है ना? आप चावल बना रहे हैं, halal certificate नहीं चाहिए ना?
Right.
It all depends on the product. First, talk about product that we are discussing next. Okay, next.
Bharati Siva.
Bharati.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Sir, I have a private limited company. Which I started 4 years back. I'm maintaining it. I'm trying to start up something, on the engineering side. It's named as Jain Idea Technologies Private Limited. But after attending your session, I'm also thinking about exporting items from other domains. I want to venture into agriculture, etc. So would you advise me to change the name of the company to enterprises and still cover the engineering side and the other parts as well?
You only think of. Now I have given the option.
Okay.
You purchase from engineering rice from engineer. So you have to, if there is a possibility, if you have more operations, then you can go for a amendment also. You can talk to CA.
Okay.
No, so for example, you have the limits with the bank, and then it will be difficult. If it is a fresh and you are not done in business, then there is a possibility because it will be as good as new company only again.
Sure, sir.
Because when you are doing all the formality, it becomes a new one.
Correct, sir.
Better to go for new one, close it. Don't allow it like that. Again, you have to pay the penalties.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll think about it. Thank you, sir.
Anand.
Hello, sir.
This is the last question. If any remaining 5 minutes, I'll spare in the next session. Okay.
Sure.
The last
Sure.
question.
Yeah, Anand Jha this side from Bangalore. I have actually I want to open export import house for apparel. So for that, currently, I'm working as a lot buyer, and I buy a lot and then I sell locally. But most of the company, in apparel brand, they want to export their, old stock. So I want to work as a, import export house kind of thing. I want to form. I don't know. So my firm name is Bijov Service. So I'm operating under this name. So what do you suggest? What kind of name I should, keep for import export, for apparel, old apparel lot, as well as, that will also serve domestic. So, both way. One single name for which will work for both import export as well as for domestic.
Name is that?
Currently, my firm name is Bijops, Bijops, Bijops Services.
Okay. Then you add a tagline below your thing. No, don't make the change of company.
Okay.
Add a tagline. We source
Bijops Services for import export hub. I mean, I don't know.
import export sourcing.
Sourcing. Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Connecting international business. Something like that. You add a tagline. That will be enough.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Next. Okay. Let us take a break. By 9:30 we are joining. Okay. So please join everyone with the same link. Don't log out. Please mute yourself. Then you can log in again. Okay. So half an hour time is okay for the dinner. If you are getting late, get your plate to your table. Right? Okay. See you at 9:30. Thanks for your cooperation for maintaining the good decorum. Class went on well. If anything left out, we'll take 5 minutes before starting the next session. Okay. See you at 9:30.